Hey guys, and welcome back. This makeup is the exact same makeup from my drugstore holiday lipstick swatch video. I knew you guys would love it, so I did film it. However, let me just tell you, it was a major struggle to refilm this look because while I didn't plan ahead, so I didn't do the look and then do the lipstick swatch video, which is what I normally do with the idea that you guys would request the look. This time around, I did the lipstick swatch video and then was like, I know they're gonna request a video for it. I know you guys very well, so I went back and filmed it, but for some reason, the first time I recorded it, it looked nothing like what it did in the drugstore lipstick swatch video. I don't know, it was not the same look, so then I had to redo it again. So it is the same look with a little bit of tweaking to it and some new lip color options because I didn't want to use the same ones from that video. So if you guys loved that look and want to learn how to recreate it, keep on watching. To save some time, I've already filled in my brows using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. And for the eyes, the main thing I'm going to be using on the lids is this e.l.f. Smudge Pot in the shade Brownie Points, which is a really pretty bronze cream shadow. And because of that, I don't want it to feel like I have a lot on the lids, so I'm going to skip priming them with the Laura Mercier primer that I normally use. And instead, all I'm going to do is apply some of my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, which is the foundation I'm going to be using on my skin, onto the lids with a beauty blender. So I just pick it up directly from the tube and onto the lids. I already have a little bit on the lids from filling in my brows, so I'm just adding a tiny bit more. And then because this is a creamy product and so is the Smudge Pot, I'm just going to set with powder in the crease primarily, not so much on the lid. I'm going to be using my newfound powder love. It's from the drugstore. It's the Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in light, and honestly this is like a dupe for the Laura Mercier powder that I've been loving for less than half the price. So I'm going to pick this up on a beauty blender and set my crease before I go in with that e.l.f. Smudge Pot. To apply the e.l.f. Smudge Pot, I'm going to be using a Zoeva 142 brush, and I'm just going to swirl it around in the pot and then apply it to my lids. When I worked with this product initially, I found that I kept having to add more and more layers, which caused it to look really heavy on the lids, and it was just kind of building up. So rather than put on a ton of this product on the lids, I'm just going to put on the light layer and then go over it with another bronzy shadow to intensify it, because like I said, when I piled a bunch of the product on top of each other, it just didn't look that good. And then I'm just using the tip of my finger to further blend it in or press it into the eyelid. And then I'm just going to soften out those edges with a Sigma E39 Buff and Blend brush. This guy's great because it is synthetic, so it's not going to ruin your brush, because when you work with creams or liquids, you want to use synthetic. Powder, anything dry, you can use natural brush hairs. Now I'm just going to use a bronzy shadow to help set that cream shadow and to further intensify it. And I'm kind of debating between these two colors. This is Bedroom Eyes from NYX, and this one's Grandstand Foiled Eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. They're pretty similar. I can tell that the Makeup Geek one is going to be a little more intense, so I'm going to go with the Makeup Geek one. And I'm just going to pack it onto the lid using a Smith 247 brush. And on the crease, I'm going to be using Makeup Geek's Frappe eyeshadow and a Smith 230 brush. In the drugstore lipstick swatch video, I went a little crazy with the smoky eye. It was totally blended all the way out to my brow. I don't even think there was a brow bone there, so I'm not going to smoke it out as much, but definitely as intense in the color. To just intensify the crease a little more, I'm just going to be using a pinch of Fudge eyeshadow from Anastasia and that same brush. And I'm mainly going to be applying that shadow to the outer corner and softly blending it in towards the inner corner of the eye. And I'm just going to grab my Sigma E40 brush and blend out these shadows. I'm not going to be doing a really strong or bold winged liner, so I'm going to be using Corrupt from Makeup Geek and the edge of my business card to create a really soft wing, and I'm using a Sigma E45 brush, which is like a larger pencil brush, to apply that shadow. If it doesn't come out looking really sharp or you get some fallout underneath your eye like I did, don't worry because we can always clean it up with some makeup remover later. And then just drag whatever eyeshadow is left over on the brush towards the inner part of the eye, but you're not going to take it all the way in, you're going to kind of stop halfway across the eye. So to clean up the fallout and to sharpen up the edge, all you need is a Q-tip or a brush with a really flat edge. And you can either use eye cream or an eye makeup remover to clean it up. I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Scentsy Eyes. Sense Eyes? I'm not sure how you say it. I like this one because it's creamy, so it's a lot easier to work with. And I'm just going to dip my Q-tip into the cream eye makeup remover and then pick up that fallout and also sharpen up the edge. Now I'm just going to be tightlining and adding some mascara before going into false lashes. And I want to share another drugstore product that I picked up and instantly fell in love with. It is so good. I think it's honestly better than some of my really high-end eyeliners. And I'm talking about the L'Oreal Carbon Black Extra Intense Liquid Pencil Eyeliner. This guy is so creamy. Normally I'll warm up eyeliner on the back of my hand before applying it to the waterline to make it really smooth and easy to apply. And this one really is, like it is described, a liquid pencil eyeliner. It's so creamy and then it just kind of dries down and stays there. It really has great staying power. So I'm going to use this guy to tightline. And it is a pencil. I know it looks kind of like a mechanical one, but it is a pencil. So I'm just going to go ahead and tightline with this. I'm going to go ahead and apply a light coat of Benefit's Roller Lash Mascara, and then I'm going to be applying a pair of Velour lashes in the style Lash in the City. In the drugstore lipstick swatch video, I had on a couple individual lashes, but I'm trying to save some time and I just don't really want to do individuals again, so I'm just going to apply these guys to make it a lot easier. They give a similar effect. They're really natural because they go short to long, but they're not so dramatic or overbearing. If you do want to see a tutorial on how to apply individual lashes, I do have a full-length video dedicated to just that, which I will link right here or right here. I'm not sure where it shows up in the video. Pretty sure it's like right here. I'm going to come back and finish the eyes once I've finished the rest of my skin, and I'm going to start by priming my skin with the NARS Pore Refining Primer. I always recommend this to people who want their makeup to last a really long time, have enlarged pores or oily skin. It works great on my skin and I am combo dry, but this guy seriously just works like a charm and it works with every single foundation I've ever used it with. So because this is a holiday look, more of like a New Year's or like a festive sort of look, and I'm assuming you would want to wear this all night long or for a long period of time, we want a primer with staying power. So I'm going to be using this guy and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over my skin. Before going in with foundation, I'm going to apply a cream highlight to my bare skin. I think cream highlighters on top of foundation can sometimes ruin the foundation if you don't do it correctly. If you use a cream highlighter before foundation, it just gives you a really subtle lit from within kind of glow, but you can always add a powder highlighter on top to intensify it. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the poured formula. So it's like a cream. And I'm going to use a Zoeva 110 brush to apply it to the high points of my face. And now I can go in and stipple on my foundation. It's important that you stipple and not buff because you don't want to move the highlighter from those areas. So I'm just going to pick up the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick onto a beauty blender straight from the bottle and then press it onto my skin. And I'm not going to be using any concealer today. I don't know, I just don't feel like it. So I'm just going to apply this foundation underneath my eyes as well. Plus it has a really good coverage, so if you just build it, it works like a concealer too. Now I'm just going to go ahead and set using that same Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder. Honestly, I'll say it again, this powder is so good for $5.99. And for bronzer, I'm going to be using the little black book of bronzers from Too Faced. I I got this on Cyber Monday. I think they're phasing them out, so I don't know if they're available anymore. But the reason I got it was so that I could try all the different colored bronzers that they have, so that I could recommend colors to you guys versus buying them individually, because altogether this was only $20 on Cyber Monday, and I think individually each one's 20 bucks. So the one that matches me the best is Milk Chocolate Soleil, but I'll also use Chocolate Soleil to further chisel out and contour. So I'm going to start by going in with Milk Chocolate and a Smith 112 brush to bronze and contour. These also smell like chocolate, which is never a bad thing. And for blush, I'm using a pinch of Urban Decay's Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Blush in the shade Score. The tag on the back looks a little peachy to me, but the actual powder itself looks pink. And I'm just using that same Smith 112 brush to apply this blush. And because I already applied that cream highlight before my foundation, I'm only going to be using a small amount of Anastasia So Hollywood illuminator, and I'm going to be applying that to the skin using a Anastasia A23 brush. Alright, now I can go back and finish the eyes, and to finish the eyes it's pretty simple. All I'm going to do is apply that Frappe eyeshadow from Makeup Geek that I first applied to the crease to the lower lash line using a Smith 230 brush. If you want, you can add Fudge, which is also in the crease, to the outer corner, but I think I'm going to leave it like this because that's exactly how I had it in my previous video, but I am going to go ahead and blend out the edges so they look a lot smoother. And I'm also going to apply that Anastasia So Hollywood illuminator to the inner corners of my eyes. And to finish the eyes, all I'm going to do is apply that same Roller Lash mascara to the lower lashes. Because the eyes are so neutral for the lip, you could really pull off anything with this look, but I realized that I never swatched Bear With Me from Dose of Colors for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do a nude lipstick first, and then I'm going to swatch another brand new lipstick that's on the darker side. So this is Bear With Me, and it is a really perfect nude, but there's just something about nude lips on myself that I don't really tend to like. I always go for the more vampy, darker lips. So instead, or to give you guys another option, I'm going to be applying OFRA's Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Brooklyn, which is like a nice chocolatey brown. I don't own the Kylie lip kit in True Brown, but honestly from photos they look identical, and I love the formula of these liquid matte lipsticks. I think out of all the liquid matte lipsticks that I own, this formula is definitely the most comfortable and most hydrating compared to others. And I own quite a few, so I really love these, and if you want something comparable to the Kylie True Brown lip kit, because I know it's hard to get your hands on, this is a really great option. With that being said, that completes this tutorial. This is the last tutorial I'll be doing before Christmas. I'm heading out to Seattle, Washington for the holidays to spend it with Kyle's family. So happy holidays to all of you out there. There will be more videos before New Year's, so don't get that confused. I will pre-record them in order to have them out before New Year's, so don't you guys worry about that. But I just want to let you guys all know that I love and appreciate each and every single one of you, so I hope your holidays are incredible, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Bye guys.